Welcome to the Nevis Newscast for Tuesday, April 3rd, 2018. I'm Fredicia Liburd. Minister of Youth in the Nevis Island Administration, the Honourable Eric Evelyn, delivered an address to officially mark the observance of Youth Month on the island.
The theme for Youth Month 2018 is Securing Our Future, One Goal at a Time. This year, the theme surrounds the very important Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and seeks to educate our youth as well as the entire population on the United Nations Sustainable Development Goals. The year 2030 is a target year for the attainment of these goals, and we do not want anyone, particularly our youth, to be left behind.
Minister Evelyn noted that the activities of the Ministry of Social Development and in particular the Department of Youth to serve the young people will not be limited to the Youth Month activities for 2018. The Youth Minister says his ministry plans to continue to engage local, regional and international partners to continue to empower our youths. Minister Evelyn went on to list some of the activities for Youth Month 2018.
April 3rd to the 12th. Camp goals. The annual Easter camp is field trip and activity based and focuses on SDG 3, good health and well-being, SDG 4, quality education, SDG 6, clean water and sanitation, SDG 9, industry, innovation and infrastructure, SDG 13, climate action, and SDG 16, peace, justice and strong institutions.
Another activity is the United Nations Children's Fund sponsored Activate Talks at the Nevis Disaster Management Department's EOC conference room, which began this evening at 6 p.m. and will conclude at 8 p.m.
We will host a Quest Quality Education Sound Training Program for teenagers. This program will feature young people from Barbados as well as youth from Nevis who will engage in public speaking and confidence-building activities. Quest is an amalgamation of the biennial Caribbean Junior Parliamentary Assembly, CJPA, and the Persistence of Vision, POV project. Consisting of major components of both the CJPA and the POV project, Quest will be an annual project hosted in a different Caribbean country. It will have strong focus on theatre arts and public speaking for theatre and media.
The Department of Youth will also host a special edition of Youth on the Go on Von Radio every Saturday for the entire month of April. The show will run for 1 hour beginning at 9 a.m. The Charlestown Police Station received a report of a body being found along a road in the Hamilton area at around 7:30 a.m. on Saturday, March 31st. The body has since been identified as that of 27-year-old Marlon James, a national of Guyana who resided in Brown Hill. There were signs of violence and multiple gunshot wounds about the body. The district medical doctor arrived at the scene and pronounced him dead. The crime scene unit also responded and several items of evidential value were taken into police custody. Police investigations are ongoing. Persons with information regarding this incident are urged to contact the Charlestown Police Station at 469-5391. The police are investigating several armed robberies that occurred in Nevis recently and are making an appeal to the public to assist. Police responded to a report of an armed robbery which occurred at about 2 a.m. on Sunday, April 1st at Norma's Bar, also known as Bamboo Shack Bar, which is located in Church Ground. Investigations so far have revealed that two masked men, both armed with firearms, entered the bar and robbed the establishment of a sum of money at gunpoint. The assailants then went on to rob one of the employees of a cell phone and a customer of a sum of money and their cell phone as well. Police are also investigating an armed robbery that occurred at about 4:30 p.m. on March 30th. Two British citizens staying at Sunset Ridge reported to the police that two unknown men entered their home and robbed them at gunpoint. The men stole a large sum of money and cell phones before making their exit. The police responded quickly and processed the scene. Then on March 29th at about 10:30 p.m. an armed masked assailant entered Timber Bar in Jessop's village and demanded money from the customers. The assailant also took the handbag and house keys of the owner. The person then fled the scene, discharging one round from his firearm while doing so. The police responded and the scene was processed with items of evidential value being taken into police custody. These matters are of great concern to the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force and are being taken seriously. Critically important to police investigations is the assistance of the public. As a result, the police are urging anyone with information regarding any of these incidents to call the Charlestown Police Station at 469-5391. Still to come, amnesty period extended for non-nationals. The details after this break.
As a fisherman, I use the marine resource wisely so I can conserve our biodiversity. So I can fish for life. It's all about balance.
I preserve biodiversity by the way that I farm. It takes care of my family. It's all about balance.
I have enjoyed these seas all my life. I do my best to conserve our biodiversity because I want my children and my grandchildren to enjoy them as much as I do. It's all about balance. I'm
a park ranger, and my job is to properly manage our protected areas and conserve our biodiversity. It's all about balance.
Youth, let's play a part in conserving our biodiversity and maintaining our natural resources. It's all about balance.
For life, for livelihood, for the future of St. Kitts and Nevis, let's all conserve our biodiversity and use our natural resources wisely. It's all about balance.
Known as Ubali, land of beautiful waters by its native inhabitants and later nicknamed Queen of the Caribbean by British settlers, Nevis has long relied on its natural prowess and resources to create livelihoods for its people. The people of Nevis have long remained connected to the gifts nature has bestowed. As an ambassador of this majestic island, it is my duty to encourage my people to nurture, preserve, and protect what makes us unique as a people and strong as a country.
This one is dedicated to my lovely little island.
Welcome back. The amnesty period, which was offered by the Nevis Island administration to allow non-national residents on the island, has been extended. At his March 29th press conference, Premier the Honourable Mark Brantley once again appealed to non-nationals to use the opportunity to regularize their status.
And we announced that what we would do would be to grant some relief to individuals who found themselves in difficulty. So if you had not been paying, we wiped off that debt and allowed you to start anew. And then we said as an incentive for you to come in and take advantage of the amnesty, that if you came in before the 31st of March, we would reduce the work permit fee from $2,500 to $1,500, and we would reduce the residency fee from $1,500 to $1,000. And I'm very pleased this morning to report that some 974 persons would have come in and availed themselves and benefited from this amnesty in that period.
According to the Premier, at the end of the amnesty period, the regular work permit and residency fees will have to be paid, and those persons who are owing will have to settle the outstanding amounts in full.
I've spoken to the PS in the Premier's Ministry this morning, and we've actually decided to extend it into next week because, of course, of the holidays. The next several days being holidays here as we celebrate Easter. And so I wanted to just say that as well, but that this will come to an end in the coming week. And so if the individuals out there who have not yet benefited, we ask you please to do so. If this period passes and you do not take advantage of it, you can't blame the government if the immigration officials come looking for you.
This is the second time in 5 years that the amnesty has been offered by the NIA. Water consumers on Nevis are asked to take note of the new water rates which came into effect on April 1st, 2018. The information is being released on the heels of the announcement of a 30% increase in rates during a recent sitting of the Nevis Island Assembly.
For domestic users who consume 1,000 gallons or less, the existing rate was or is $10 per thousand. The new rate would be $13 per thousand. For persons who consume more than 3,000 gallons, the existing rate is $12 per thousand gallons, and the new rate would be $15.60 per thousand gallons. For persons who are needy, the existing rate is $3 monthly. The new rate would be $3.90 per month. For seniors who consume less than 3,000 gallons, the existing is no charge. The revised tariff, the revised tariff is no charge. For seniors who consume more than 3,000 gallons, the existing rate is $10 per thousand. The new rate would be $13 per thousand gallons.
According to manager of the Nevis Water Department, Roger Hanley, businesses will also pay more for their usage.
For farmers, those who use less than 10,000 gallons, the existing rate is $5 per thousand gallons. The new rate would be $6.50 per thousand gallons. For farmers who use more than 10,000 gallons, the existing rate is $10 per thousand gallons. The new rate would be $13 per thousand gallons. For trucking, the existing rate is $40 per thousand, and the new rate would be $52 per thousand gallons. For water sold for irrigation purposes, the existing rate is $25 per thousand. The new rate would be $32.52 per thousand gallons. For hotels, commercial and industrial users, the existing rate is $25 per thousand. The new rate would be $32.50 per thousand gallons. Four Seasons irrigation, the existing rate is $20 per thousand gallons. The new rate would be $26 per thousand gallons.
As noted by Hanley, the increase came about because of a recommendation by the Caribbean Development Bank some years ago after the Nevis Island administration approached the bank to fund a project to improve the water services on the island. That's how we wrap up this edition of the Nevis Newscast. On behalf of all of us here at the Department of Information, I'm Fredicia Liebert. Thank you for viewing.
At a loss as to what's going on in Nevis? Tune into NNC on NTV. Don't worry if you don't have cable either. NNC will bring the news to you wherever you are. Facebook and Facebook Live. YouTube and YouTube Live. NevisTVOnline.com. Roku app, NTV mobile app, Smart TV, Apple TV, and any other IPTV platforms. When me ANC and you ANC, NNC. I cannot miss this festival. This year I gotta be there.